Alright, back to Duce Robot and Annie and all the things, all the joints that didn't work being redone. The knees, there was a bind in them. You cannot bind these servos at all. They stall. Because when you're operating two of them like that, they got enough power to where they bring it beyond the stall torque. So there you go. They do have power. The way I judged that was I kept trying to, like the arm here. These are the joints that did work. The head, the waist, this thigh, thank goodness. But the two knees, the feet both work great. They work great. There's nothing wrong with them. That's the way they should be done. The knees had a bind, and in here there was a nightmare going on that I was unaware of. And it wasn't really a nightmare. It's not the motor's fault. It's my fault because I didn't look. And what happened is I put two MG 996Rs in there. Bad mistake. They got plenty of torque. They've got plenty of power. They'll do the same thing that the 995s will do. Here we go. Beautiful. But they have a lower stall torque. They're at like 11 kilograms as opposed to the 13 of the 995. So they have a lower stall torque. And I'm hearing a lot of reviews on them. Yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about the motor. I put power on it. I put weight on it. I tried to, the only thing is the stall torque. So I found the two that were in the hip. Those I got. I took the hip back apart. It's being rebuilt. It's got two 995s that are going to go in it. But all of these motors, including the 996s, they have not run. They've not burned up. They just have a lower stall torque. That's all. It wasn't even that. It was that they were binding also. So I took them out. I had the opportunity. The other two are in places where I don't care about them. The head and the waist pivot. The one that swivels it around, no big deal. No problem at all. I've run them both. They both work great. What was the other thing? So that was it. So those are the only things. Just the ones that are binding. This one, the elbow didn't, there was nothing wrong with it. This whole arm worked. This one does not have the other two motors in it yet. This, I wanted to make it differently, so I took it back apart, and I'm going to reconfigure the arm. I'm going to use the same one, just going to be configured differently. And then this one will be configured the same way when its motors get installed. It's a little bit bigger. But other than that, the rest of the robot seems to be on a working path. All the pivot, the spring belt works, the swivel on the hips, everything there works. This thigh has no problem. It works buttery smooth. And I did want to mention the 995s together. So the way I judged their strength was I took this 12-volt battery. This is a heavy battery, man. You guys know these sealed lead acid 12-volt batteries are heavy. And this little nub part of the arm will pitch it off. So that's not bad. That's pretty decent for a robot arm of just two motors of it. So that arm gets 4 motors. So it gets the 2 at the shoulder and the 2 at the elbow. So I think it should be just fine for strength. These things working in tandem with, where's the, I'm sorry. Well, we've got these connectors here that let you plug 2 servos into one outlet, which is really cool. Especially for the servo driver there. That's really cool. So 4 servo ports on that run 8 motors. Ow! Boy, I can't even hold anything. I'm so old and decrepit. I'm sorry. But until next time, everybody, we're just refining this thing. It wasn't anything to take it back apart. It's real easy. Even though I glued it all, I still didn't have much of a problem. Just got a good sharp flathead screwdriver in there and wedged it away. But until next time, everybody, Duce Robot, enjoy.